Welcome back to Upper Lusatia for the Back to Basics series, episode 16, with me, MrSealyp. As you can see, the whole logging wood chipping operation has moved. I've brought it all down close to the lumber sawmill, for one very good reason. Transport backwards and forwards. It was taking me a long time to go backwards and forwards to the woodland over there, to bring it back to, which is no big deal. However, the last episode I did was on wood chipping. This episode is not on wood chipping, but I am going to do some wood chipping off screen to get the money up a little bit. And what I'm trying to do with all of this, because this is the Back to Basics series. If you're new to the game, or you're not, if you've been playing the game ages, but you've, like me, got into the habit of just, massive amounts of money as quickly as you can, buy big machinery and off you charge through the undergrowth kind of thing, that there are other ways of doing it. I've made a bit of money doing silage bales. I've made a bit of money. I've got the silage over at the BGA, which I haven't sold yet. I've been doing contracts for other farmers, and realistically, with FS19 on the horizon, that's going to play a massive part in the game, because contracts for other farmers on their fields plus delivery of those crops, which is all part and parcel of FS19, is going to play a huge part. There are different modes, game modes, so if you don't start on the hardest game mode, obviously you're going to have a farm you will be able to start off, and there are going to be different ways of doing it, but it's going to play a much larger role in it. Obviously forestry and wood chipping, I've done that a lot on my Let's Plays to build up money, but just to show you that you can do a little bit of one, buy some machinery, do a little bit of another, buy some machinery, and gradually kind of increase what you're doing. I've increased the amount of tractors I've got, I'm increasing gradually, I've got a new trailer, I'm going to be changing over the slurry spreader, the loading wagon probably. So just to kind of give you that, show you that you can do it in all different ways, and it doesn't have to be massive quickly. I've done that myself on lots of Let's Plays, but there are alternatives to how you can do it. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to spend a bit of time doing a few loads backwards and forwards to here. You can get about 3 loads into there before the price starts to drop and you start wondering whether actually it's worth it, whether you're going to make any money. And like I said in the last episode, there are a couple of cunning ways around that. So this episode is not about this. I'm going to do that first. I'm going to catch you later on, and I've got a few jobs lined up, a few things I want to do in this episode. So I'm going to get on with this, and I will see you in a little while. The last load of wood chips I've done have been unloaded, and we're up to about 386,000, which is brilliant. That's where I wanted to be. Around the 400,000 mark was where I was aiming for. We didn't actually take down too many trees. I know it's. I was looking on the forums the other day. It was one of the conversations that was being had about forestry and how many litres of wood chips you get from a tree. And one of these trees, I was knocking on 30,000 litres. I mean, maybe like 20, 28, maybe something like that. I did. How many did I do? Not a huge amount. Actually, it should say. Oh no, because I did a couple in my last session. So I went out of the session and came back in again. But I didn't do too many. Did a few here, this side, and I did 2 or 3 that side. So yeah, I've done all right. What I'm going to do is drive this back to the farm. On the way, we're going to go, and I think because we've got the extra money now, I'm going to buy field 14 was the one I said I was going to buy. That I did the potato contract in. It's a big field with a lot of potato. So I thought I would do a potato harvest at some point, plus it means we've got another field. We're increasing the amount of fields we own. Slowly but steadily, we're getting there. All our fields are growing. I have got the growth speed set on slow. Whilst I'm not running seasons, I don't want it to be set on fast and your fields are ready to harvest, within not even a day, So it is taking a while for our fields to be ready, but that's the point, they need to be. This field, I think, actually, once we buy it, we'll probably need weeding, actually. Have a look. I need some spreading. Yeah, weeding will do something. 94,000 for a 1.46 hectare field. It's about what I thought it was going to be, so we'll buy that. We'll just check in. Let's do the wrong one. Don't know why I still do that. It's crazy. Field 14 down here. So we've got potatoes in it. Growth is okay. It's in its first growth stage. Yeah, we can give that a bit of a weed, I think. We'll get one of the tractors over here and get some weeding done on that. So that's the first thing I was going to do in this episode, was buy field 14, which we've now done. And we now own. What I'm going to also do, I've taken a couple of vehicles over to the store, which we're going to go over there in a minute. I've already taken the liberty of leasing the Betimax RD, the RD animal trailer. Keep forgetting. Looks like the manure boxes need filling up on the greenhouses too. Let's just check the situation with grass at the sheep. Make sure. Oh, it's a tiny little bit on there. But we'll do it while we're here. And while we're here as well, what I'm going to check is our wool pallet situation. I don't think, have we got a full one yet? Oh, we have. We've got a full one and a little bit on the side. Okay, nice. So what's wool going for at the moment? Let's have a look, shall we? Oh, that's low. Oh, 3,000. That's incredibly low. Okay, well, I won't be selling any wool yet then. Wow. Okay. Now, one of the things I was reading about in the forum, in Giants forum, is, well, I mean, all of the various different threads I've been kind of reading from the dev blogs, and I think one of the overriding themes seems to be from people that whilst the contracting system's great, they don't want the payouts to be too big. So I know when you do it without seasons on, you get the payment and you get the bonus. I don't think they're running bonuses in 19. I'm pretty sure that's what I read. But people said some of the prices, what you're being paid, were too high. Then the flip side of that argument seems to be that people are saying, well, that's okay, but if you are starting a farm from scratch and you do decide to do that level of difficulty, this actually means I can get rid of one of these Farmtech trailers now. I know I only bought it recently because I was going to run 2, but to be fair, I don't need it. It's in a back over, so it gives me an excuse to go to the store where the rest of the machinery is. That whilst they don't want the payments to be too much, the flip side of that is field prices or parcels of land, because we're buying parcels of land, can't be too high either. Because the problem is, people, I wouldn't say people are lazy, people's attention spans are short these days. And that's no slur on anybody, that's just a fact, it's, you know. And people, whilst they might want to start on a harder level and say, you know, I want to do a lot of contracting work, they don't want to be doing contracting work forever and ever and ever and ever just to be able to afford to buy one field or one parcel, and then not have enough money to buy the placeables to go on it. And so I think they're trying to argue that you need to get a balance, you know, between what you get paid and what things cost, and you know. But then there are different settings. If you want to be able to buy everything very, very quickly, there are, you know, you can start a farm with stuff already on it. So, you know, I don't know. There are different options available. So, first things first, actually I'll back out of this sell point. I bought down the Pottinger Euroboss. We are going to be selling this loading wagon. That's the first thing I'm going to sell. Okay. Oh, I bought the field. I suddenly thought, oh no, I had 386,000. I bought the field, didn't I? That was a real panic moment. I'm losing. Right, okay, so that's the first thing I was going to sell. So I can say I've got the Betimax. Oh, let's get this one. Betimax RDS 7500, 7500. Because I said when we get more money, when we do jobs, when we earn more money, we're going to be buying livestock too. So we're going to get some more cows. I'm going to whiz over and I'll get those in a minute. Let's get rid of the Farmtech trailer. Now, I have got that slurry spreader that I've got, that I started the game with, has got 8,000 litres of slurry in it. So whilst I am going to buy a new slurry spreader rather than sprayer, I'm going to get a drag hose one. Let's sell that. I'm not going to be using it just yet. I want to use the 8,000 litres out of that first. I suppose I could take that over field 14 now, couldn't I? But that seems a bit of a waste of slurry when I could weed it. So I'm going to buy, while I'm here, the Josking MODULO2. I did say I was going to get this, so we're buying that. Even that just sits here for a little while. That requires 150 horsepower, so this will definitely pull it. So that's here. So again, we've upgraded a little bit. We're not going mad, not massive. You know, this will be fine for our needs. I keep meaning to come and collect this, and I keep forgetting. So we've got the modulo, brilliant. I'm going to go and buy the cows. I can take the modulo back over to the farm in a bit on the back of one of those because it will be empty. Let's get out between the traffic. Now you've seen me drive up to the livestock market before, so I say I'm sure you don't want to see me go up there again, but maybe you do, I don't know. Now, while I'm on the drive up here, I'm not going to do it in cab this time because I want to see the scenery as well as anyone else who might want to see the scenery. I can't believe that it's been saying sun for ages, and I thought by now the sun might have come out, but it really hasn't. I have got an episode coming up, and it will come out before FS19 comes out. It'll be obvious why. It's going to be a special episode, and it's going to be a kind of look back over FS17 from my perspective and my Let's Plays, with a little bit of information and just I'm kind of working out how I'm going to do it. Yeah, I'm going to chuck that episode out at some point fairly soon. I don't want to wait until the last day before 19 comes out because I'll put it out and then no one will watch it because 19 will be out. Everyone will be playing on that, so I'll probably put it out maybe a few days before 19 comes out, and it's just a little bit of a roundup thing I've been kind of working on. I've had a bit of help from my my creative director Adrian, and he's fantastic with coming up with various different storylines, and we kind of bounce ideas backwards and forwards, and I'll often have an idea in my head of how I want the Let's Play to go, especially if I'm doing a narrative and the story I want to go with, and he spends ages where he is, and he'll message me and say, I've got a great idea for a new Let's Play, or I've got a great idea for the Let's Play you're on, or I've had an idea, and he'll send me an idea. And the brilliant thing with Adrian is he's always said and always does say it doesn't matter if you don't want to use it, you know, it's there, what do you think, you know. Sometimes I tweak it a little bit and go back to him and say, what about this, is this okay? And he's just great, good as gold, you know. And I love the fact that he spends the time thinking up these things for me to use, you know. And interestingly, I find it fascinating that so many people I talk to that play the game and watch my videos have a very like-minded style of gameplay and think along the same lines. Whenever I get messages from people saying, oh, you should think about doing this and this and this, and it's something that I've already thought about and thought, oh, actually, you know, I could. It's fascinating to me how people's minds work. And anyway, so well, talked all the way here now. Anyway, so no, that's the one I want. We want cows. We can put 6 in this time, so we're going to do a few loads of 6 again. So let's go with 6. 30,000. Confirm. Yeah, that's why I was convinced the field container that you put the slurry in, I was convinced that went up and down off the controller, because this one does, and I don't know whether I was just mixing the two up. But anyway, regardless. We've got our South American cows in the back again, oddly. Now here's the thing, with more cows comes more responsibility. With more cows I'm going to need more grass. I've got some stored that I did right back at the very start when I was prepping, and I haven't got enough to keep me going. I've got a load of hay, I've got a load of straw over to the side here to the left. I'm making total mix ration for doing bedding and whatnot, but grass is something I'm actually quite short on now. So what I'm going to do is back these in. I'll do another load off screen, so we'll have 12 new cows. I was going to go for 10, but unload 46 to take them up to 50. Or should I just get 6 more? Oh, I'll just get 6 more. Hang on a minute, did I not unload them? After all that, I didn't confirm it, did I? 46, confirm. There we go. Right, raise that up. I'll go and get the next 6 off screen. I'll see you back here in a minute with the next 6, and then we'll work out what we're going to do about more grass. Because the reason I got rid of the loading wagon was for a specific reason. Right, here we are, back again. Next 6 going in, which takes us to 52. Excellent. Raise that back up. Coven go back on. That will now. I did think this actually. I don't know if I probably mentioned it as well. I have bought livestock a few times now, and logically, I should get my own trailer. Actually, yeah, the Bruno one. Is it Bruno? It's only about 10,000, isn't it, to buy? I don't think I've got that installed at the moment. Anyway, right. What I'm going to do, just pull this up here for a minute. That will go back to the store. Now, what I've also done off screen, I took the liberty of field. Get it wrong every time. 28. Just here was at full growth stage, and it had all the fertilising states done, so it was on dark blue. So what I did was whizzed over with the mowers on the the New Holland / Fiat TS115. This worked brilliantly, even in 2-wheel drive mode. It was fantastic. I'm going to take the mowers back, and I'm going to put the grassland harrow on the back, take it to field 14 and get that going on weeding on 14. So this can go away. Oh, actually, I might have the. Just thinking the fort strip might be in the way at the moment of the grass and harrows. Well, I suppose I could just use the fort strip, couldn't I? Let's put that on the rear one. Fold that down. And we'll lower it and drop it. Fantastic. Okay, it doesn't matter, does it? Put that away as well, and I'll just leave this here actually. I don't need to get that yet then. Never mind. So, now the fortune has got narrows on because that was doing the weeding over on field 28. I didn't want it to damage the grass. I know that in the first growth stage on the field I'm about to do, you don't need to have narrows on because it won't damage the crop, but they're on now, so I might as well just... I'll leave them. Let them go on with it. So the cows are going to need more feed. I'm going to have to do some total mix ration. I'm going to have to put some more straw in, etc, etc. I will need to go and get some more manure. Have I got any manure left? Manure? Some manure left in that? No, that's empty. The hodjep. Sorry, I was just looking over the top of the shed at the hodjep. I'm just wittering away to myself, and I'm kind of turning the camera side to side, but not actually looking at or saying what I was. The hodjep hasn't got any manure in it, so that will need to go back over. We'll get some manure. Actually, I might have some from the cows. I might have enough. I'll just scoop it up, put it in there, and then refill those. They're not empty yet, so it's not the end of the world. This is a fairly large field, so it's going to take a little while for this to do it. But again, while I'm doing other jobs, I'll hire a worker. They can chug away and cause no harm to anyone. It's interesting that when I did the contract on this, the in-game contract, not a subscriber contract, that was darker. When I did it, obviously I went the length of the field and did the furrows that way for ploughing, and also when I did the planting, because it's potatoes, I ran the ridges that way, Yet when it completed, it put them side to side, which seems odd to me, considering how long the field is. You'd think they would run them that way, unless it's just a set thing. I know certain maps, they have them all oriented a certain way, so it doesn't matter which way you do them, they go a particular way, but that's just the way it is. So that's off and running. Weeding is getting on 14. I need to go back to the store for the next phase of what I had in mind. That garden looks amazing with those. Are they foxgloves? They aren't they? Foxgloves, I think. Very colourful. Lovely. Haven't noticed that before. Sidetracked again, but that's me. See you at the store in a moment. Bit of a power walk up the lane there, you know. Speedy and all that. Right, so what I'll do is I will... Yeah, that can take the Josking MODULO2 back. Here's what I'm going to do. I've sold the loading wagon. I'm going to buy this instead. And it's going to seem like a step back, and I kind of mentioned it a while ago. That holds 21,300 litres, requires 60 horsepower, 31,000. I'm going to get this, the Bucher. That only holds 10,000 litres, so it's a massive jump down. It's self-propelled. It's not much cheaper, 27,500, but I don't recall using it on a Let's Play. Like I said, I think a couple of episodes back, I remember driving it around when the classic pack came out on 15, and it makes this squeaky little brake sound when it brakes, and it's... I just think it's a really funky looking thing, really cool. I think it will suit the map and suit the farm really well. So I thought, you know what? Listen to that. Sounds like a little two-stroke engine. Let's get the lights on. It's not super fast, but it doesn't need to be. To be fair, if I'm going to be doing grass or getting grass for the cows, I'm going to be using the fields next to us. If I do hay, I'm going to use field 28 next to us. I might use 16 because I've got some in storage. If I'm going to do bales, I can go further afield and transport them. It doesn't need to be massive, and to be fair, I could do 10,000 litres at a time. I know I could do that with a tractor with a mower on the front and the loading wagon on the back, which is how I kind of started off. But I just thought, why not? It's so cool. Fantastic little thing. That's what we used to have, Buker racing. It is Buker, I'm sure it's how you say it, isn't it? I'm sure it's not Butcher. I could be wrong. And here we are, out the field already. So what we'll do is turn it on, drop the pickup down, and then we just drive around quite merrily around the field. I haven't windrowed it, literally just picking up what's here. It won't take too long to get 10,000 litres in here. Now I'm assuming, and it's another one of those, it's an assumption, you know, there are certain things in game you think would be the case because other things work the same way. The assumption is that I will be able to unload this directly into the feed troughs of the sheep and the cows, and also I should be able to unload it into the silo from this. Like I say, assumptions partially, but hopefully it's just really cool. Oh, I don't know. Like I say, it's a false economy. I just sold the loading wagon, bought this for not much less than the loading wagon cost, and it holds half, well, less than half the amount, but it's fantastic. The Classics pack has some really good stuff in it. I can just come around and mop up whatever bits I need to. The other great thing, the other good thing with without running seasons is that if I want to, I can just leave all this grass on the field and just come and get it when I need it, you know. See those brakes, look, this does not want to stop. all back up now. It's got 10,000 or nearly 10,000 litres in it. Up and down hills. Nah, it doesn't want to know. It just doesn't want to stop. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Pick up those bits there. Come to this one here. Nearly there. And there we go. 10,000 litres. That's lifted and turned off. Now, how's this going to be through the water? I don't want to get the grass wet. I don't want it to go too deep in, but we should be alright. It's like a little old English milk float. I love it. Love it. So, let's take this in. Need to make sure I take it in the right way so I don't get in the way of the... Actually, I won't get in the way with it. I wonder... That's interesting. Is my I think my pickup conveyor must be full. There's a lot of feed on the floor. Yep. Oops. Haven't been checking that as regularly. I keep doing the sheep one, but completely forgot this one. Right, let's back out of the way a little bit. Listen to the sound of that. Oh, I thought I was going to take all that. Okay, so what I can do is keep going backwards and forwards and just clear that field, or I can just leave the grass on the field and pick it up as and when I need it. I can put it into storage, and like I say, the silo will take it. Actually, I can take this to the sheep. Let me just check. Do the sheep need any? Might as well while I'm here. How are we looking? Sheep need a little bit, not a huge amount. The cows are going to need more water, more straw and more power food because we bought some more. And like I say, we'll make a bit more money doing something else, whatever it might be that we sell next time. It could be that the crops are ready. When the crops are ready, we'll do the harvest and we'll buy some more sheep, and we'll just gradually build our way up from there. Once the wool's worth a bit more, we'll hopefully sell the wool. We'll make a bit of money on that. And even if we sell the wool, if I could make, I don't know, if it goes up anywhere near 10,000, if I could make 20,000 for a pallet, I could buy some more sheep with every pallet of wool I sell. That kind of thing. In your head, work out how you want to do it, where you're going to allocate your money, what for, and just an idea. Looks like finally, what time is it? Nearly 2:05 in the afternoon. The sun is starting to come out. I think so and all. Been waiting all day for the sun to come out. Actually, I could have just got that bit there, couldn't I? Just saw it in the headlights. Just go across those to the road this way. There we go. I've said it before and I'll say it again. This series is not about banging around like a maniac. It's about taking it easy. Nearly there. And there we are. Right, let's get this over to the sheep. Whatever's left we'll put into the silo. And then we'll check on the fortrit, see how that's getting on with the weeding. We'll bring the modulo back. Then I'll need to step 2 on getting some more feed sorted out for the cows. That's really kind of all I had in my head for today's episode. Until I'm ready to do any harvesting of our own fields, I can carry on doing contracts for other farmers. Oh, rely on the mirrors. That's all it needed. Cool. There you go. Happy days. Yeah, like I say, the slurry spreader here, there's still got 8,000 litres in, so I'm not going to do anything with that yet. I could have just sold it, but then it's a waste of 8,000 litres of slurry. So, whoa, I'll get the trailer. I'll go back to the field and collect some more, put it into storage. I'll probably do that off screen. Let's check the eggs while we're here. If we ever stop. A few more visible. Not many, but we have got some. I always come over here to check just in case. I keep thinking, oh, maybe there's a little cluster of them somewhere that I've just missed, you know. Not the case. I think that's it. Fantastic. Oh no, yeah, another one there. Okay. Okay, the Massey Ferguson has gone back over. That's now hooked up to the water tank, so I can sort out getting the animals their water every time. The little Buker is filled with 10,000 litres. That's just the other side of the ford. That's going to go into storage. I thought I'd come and collect the modulo2 actually. So on the way back we'll go past 14, see how the weeding's going. Hopefully nearly done, if not done. Looks like it's done. Yep, fortune sitting at the end of the field. Fantastic. Nice, another job done. Okay, well, I think that's it for this episode. We'll get the modulo back and parked up. Once our fields are ready to be turned again, I'll use the old slurry sprayer. We'll get the tank empty on that, and then we'll start using this. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Laid back, easy going. Bit of Bucher-ing About. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. If you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.